Hey everyone, Eva Thompson here. Welcome to my channel today, welcome to this video. I want to talk to you guys today about intrusive thoughts if you struggle with OCD. So this could be harm OCD, ROCD, RJOCD, whatever it is. If you are someone that struggles with intrusive thoughts on a daily basis or even on a weekly basis, then this video is for you. One of the big questions that we get is, what do I do when I get an intrusive thought that is unpleasant, that bothers me, that makes me anxious, right? Do I suppress it? Do I ignore it? Do I distract myself? Do I pretend it's not there? Because that probably doesn't feel right to you. Or do you overanalyze it, question it, act out compulsions, try to find clever clapbacks in your mind, and talk back to the intrusive thoughts, trying to convince them and yourself that they don't matter and they're not important, because that probably isn't great either, because you're just giving them more of your time and more attention. Now, what happens is with intrusive thoughts, if they keep coming back, it's likely that they're emotionally charged. So what this means is that when you get the thought, emotion follows. Anxiety, stress, sadness, anger, disgust, whatever it is that you feel. And the stronger the emotion attached to these thoughts, the more the thoughts keep coming back. So the main difference between someone that doesn't struggle with OCD and intrusive thoughts and someone that does is that the person that does not have OCD and doesn't struggle with these thoughts, they still get unpleasant thoughts. They still do. It's not like they never get bad thoughts, but they will get that thought, recognize it as a thought, that's a thought, it's unpleasant, and they will move on. The person that has OCD will try to analyze the thought, question the meaning behind it. What does it mean that I had this thought? What does it mean about me? What does it mean about my partner? What does it mean about who I am? All these questions, trying to analyze and understand why they got this thought. And ultimately, the meaning you've attached to the thoughts unconsciously will determine the emotional reaction. So for some people, it's feeling like they're not in control. They need to control what goes on outside so they can feel safe within. For some people, it's insecurities and unconscious beliefs such as, I'm not good enough, I'm not lovable, I'm not worthy. For some people, it's fear of being vulnerable, fear of getting close to someone. It can be a whole host of things, right? But what we've noticed is what adds fuel to the fire, what increases the emotional charge, so basically what increases the anxiety around the intrusive thoughts, are three things. A, the shame and guilt that you may feel yourself for just having these thoughts. So if you say things like, I'm silly for thinking this way, or even worse, I'm an idiot, or I'm stupid for thinking this way, I shouldn't think this way, what's wrong with me? What does that do? It just fuels more anxiety around the intrusive thoughts. Maybe you are someone that's reached out to family and friends and you've tried to explain how you feel, and you've gotten responses like, oh, it's just thoughts, don't worry about it. I'm sure you'd never do anything like that. If you're an RJ sufferer, maybe they say something along the lines of, the past doesn't matter, it wouldn't bother me, why does it even bother you, why are you even thinking this? Same for an ROCD sufferer, right? You guys are great, I'm sure, the relationship looks great, don't worry about it, they're a great person, don't think this way. And although it's coming from a place of care and love, it can make the sufferer feel different and like there's something wrong with them for even having these intrusive thoughts. What does that do? It fuels the emotional reaction. It fuels the anxiety, the stress, the worry behind the intrusive thoughts. So when they get those thoughts again, it's panic, it's, I don't want it, I don't want to think this, why am I thinking it, what does it mean? And it all just can spiral again. If the OCD is based around the relationship, so if it's ROCD, which stands for relationship OCD, or RJOCD, you might see it begin to take a toll on your relationship. So your partner might start to get frustrated, or they might withdraw, or it might just begin to cause arguments and stress within your relationship. So what does that do again? It creates more stress around the intrusive thoughts themselves. So see how it can be layered, right? It's first and foremost, it's for some reason you're reacting this way to the intrusive thoughts, not because you're a bad person, not because there's anything majorly wrong with you. It's because a part of you is in pain or a part of you is worried. And that needs addressing, that needs looking at, that needs healing. We work with the unconscious mind, we work with looking at the meaning you've attached to the thoughts via hypnotherapy, NLP and RTT. If you're interested in that, you can book a discovery call with us. It's in the description down below. But ultimately, start looking at the meaning you have attached to the intrusive thoughts that is causing this emotional reaction, and then all the stress on top of that. So are you in groups of people online that are talking about their problems and that are also triggered, and you're asking for advice from people that have the same issue with you, and you know, you're just getting people with the same condition answering your questions and it's making you more worried? Are you acting out compulsions that are making you more anxious? Are you talking to people that are not making you feel great about what you're going through and that's making you more anxious? Basically start to reduce the emotional reaction behind the intrusive thoughts and you'll see them begin to fade away, right? So you want to bypass the conscious mind and what it's telling you that it's the intrusive thoughts that are the problem, it's your partner that's the problem, it's the past that's the problem. No, you want to look at, why is this registering in my mind as such a threat? Why does it bring up such anxiety? Like, what am I afraid of? What is happening? You know, you really want to go deep within so you can really truly get rid of it for good. So I hope that this video did help you. Remember, the main difference between someone that struggles and someone that doesn't with intrusive thoughts is the person that doesn't struggle gets an unpleasant thought, they view it as just that. You know, you are not your thoughts, you are the awareness behind your thoughts. They view it as just that and they move on. You can recognize it's there. It's not a nice thought to have. It's unpleasant. It's not nice. But that's it. It's a thought. And you can begin to go about your day normally. I really hope this video helped you. If you've got any questions, please leave them down in the comment section below. And I will see you guys soon. Take care.